Saturday afternoon. It's really peaceful, no one's working here today. I've had a problem with snakes. I believe it's snakes that ate the small fish that I put in the lake. I put about 28 fish in and there's about 15 left, and that was literally the day after I put them in. All the larger fish seem to have survived up to now, but I'm pretty sure that the small ones got eaten by water snakes. That's what I'm guessing. I've seen one or two water snakes in here. So I've ordered these humane traps. So I'm going to catch the water snakes and then go and release them somewhere else so they can go and eat somebody else's fish. So I've got some eggs to bait the traps with. In goes the egg. Pop it in there. Crazy. So there we go. That's the traps baited. I'm going to put a couple in the skimmer bay here because they'll be easy to get to. I'm going to drop it in there. Hopefully it's as easy as that. So hopefully tomorrow or the next day we might have at least one snake in there that I can relocate to slowly reduce the fish as predators. So I'll keep my fingers crossed.
Este é o do polo da central aqui.
Sim.
Eu não fiz mais até vocês fazerem uma coisa que eu não sei a altura que vai. Este aqui é o que vem lá de baixo. Temos que passar aqui.
Vem lá de baixo aonde?
Então é o que traz.
Hello everybody, thanks for watching the last video. I seem to get quite a lot of views the last one, so that's good news, and I've got over 3,000 subscribers now, which I must say is quite staggering. As you all know, I don't do this to get any money from it. I think the main reason is to inspire other people to do something similar, just to escape the system and be able to live a more sustainable life, and hopefully go on to have children and teach them to live a life like this, where you're not relying on a system, or as little as possible. Anyway, I don't know what's going to happen in the future with all this AI technology, but I've got a feeling that a lot of people's jobs might be at risk and be taken over by AI. So I think we really need to be looking at ways of taking care of ourselves and teaching the future generations how to fend for ourselves and how to provide and grow food and cook. And I think life skills like that are extremely important. And fortunately, as we know, a lot of people spend time looking at the phones and screens, and unfortunately a lot of children especially are becoming you know, more prone to spending more time looking at the phones, even from an early age. I know it's a good distraction for children, and a lot of people do it, but I'm hoping to raise our children being outside, getting covered in dirt, and and from a very early age teach them the joys and benefits of growing food and raising hens for eggs and chickens for meat, and being able to catch fish and process them and eat them. I think these things are very important, as well as other things, you know, having bees and making our own honey, and going to get some cows on the bottom land. And yeah, so that's enough waffling. Gabrielle's been hard at it. We've got a little pecker for the machine, and it's working wonders. They've been at it for about 4 hours today, George and Gabrielle, and they've really got a load of work done today, making space for the outdoor kitchen here. Yesterday in the rain we moved a lot of stone. We were extremely lucky because the majority of the stone came from here, from the doorways we opened up inside there and around the land, and then we took some from the old farm. So we've definitely got enough stone now to do the new extension, so that's really good. Thought I'd make this video while it's peaceful before everybody starts coming back to work and everything starts again. But look at that, it's fantastic. It's really opened this area up and let so much more light in. I've come up with another plan. The outdoor kitchen is going to have a roof over it, so I'm going to double that up as a balcony, because that would make a really good sun trap for sunbathing in the afternoon. It rained like crazy last night, all through the night. I foresaw it coming on the forecast, so I put grass seed down on both of the orchard about 5 days ago. So fingers crossed that'll start germinating soon and the orchard will start greening up. This is all the stone that we moved yesterday, and it's all hand cut stone. So there's no real straight edges, which is perfect because it matches the stonework on the house. Obviously most of the stone came from in the house. Anyway, this stuff weighs a ton. Well, I'm sure it all weighs more than that, but each piece is extremely heavy. So we did well to move it all yesterday. We did use the trailer on the tractor, but loading it and unloading it was quite a task, especially in the rain. You can see the first course of stone has been bedded on there. The solar system is up and working now, so everything on the farm is running off solar now. There's quite a big demand for the power, especially with the lake pump that has to run 24 hours a day, because if it goes off for 2 or 3 hours, the beneficial bacteria start to die, and they also need the oxygen that's generated from the waterfall. We are connected to the grid. I didn't want to be connected to the grid, but we need it as a backup, because if it's foggy for a few days or overcast and we don't get the power that we need, we do need that as backup. But the way it's set up is if the power in the batteries drops below 20%, then the grid will charge the batteries up. We do get cheaper electric at night time. That's the tariff I've gone for. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to work it so we can manage in the daytime, and during the night the batteries get charged. But we're still getting used to the new system at the moment. We've had a bit of teething trouble in the beginning, but everything seems to be running smoothly, and I'm driving around in my car for free, so that's all good. It's a beautiful sunny morning down here. I'm just on the bottom side of my boundary wall, next to the decking that looks down to the reservoir. As you can see, this is the old boundary wall. Most of it's fallen down, especially further down the land. It's all fallen onto the neighbour's land down there. This wall's not necessary anymore because we're going to be putting an electric fence up to keep the pigs and the deer out. So we're going to use this stone up the top there to build up the gable end of the house to hide the horrible render. And also there's a retaining wall that needs to be built as well. So Emilio is going to do all the work and I'm just going to watch him. That's what we agreed, isn't it? We're going to move all the stone into a pile here, and the tractor's going to bring the trailer down and cart all the stone back up to the top there. Or Emilio's going to wheelbarrow it all up there. Oh dear. Beetle versus the ants. Do you intervene and save the beetle? Or just let nature take its course? That's 3 different types of ants in the space of about 5 meters. 5 meters square. Look at the size of the head on that, my god. Got to admit, that is impressive for an iPhone camera. Look at the detail on that, incredible. Creepy crawlies, can't beat them. everyone, it's Saturday afternoon. I'm just wandering around in the mountains. This is a piece of land that I've got my eye on. It's just below where my land ends. It's got a beautiful view of the reservoir, and I'm just having a walk around down here and doing some exploring. It's really isolated down here, and I can hear a stream, a mountain stream running down the way. I don't know if I can get there, but I'm going to try to. But it's so peaceful. It's been raining a lot, and I don't know how it all works, but it seems to bring all the scents into the air, and it smells so beautiful down here. It's really misty, and it's really cool. Almost feels a bit mystical in the forest down here. It's fantastic. There's so many cork oak trees. I wonder if the cork oak trees are self-seeded or whether each individual one's been planted by somebody. There seems to be a lot up here. The mist's starting to clear and it's brightening up. You can see the reservoir down there. And the river I can hear is right down here somewhere, so good luck with that. Let's see if we can get down there. This is going to be fun. Look at that though, it's beautiful. There's so much evidence of the fires here. So I guess this land, with it being so difficult to access, has never really been cleaned off. So when the fire came up here, it would have just pretty much wiped everything out. You can see all the black on the tree here. Yeah, there's quite a lot of black trees. Lots of birds down here. Look at that for an impressive tree. It's like a sculpture. It's still hanging on. I can hear the water running. Look at that, that's a beautiful tree. It's great that I can just walk a few minutes away from my house and just literally be in the wilds. This is amazing. I can hear the water running, but I've got no idea how I'm going to get down to it. Oh, look at that for a boulder. It's nice to see all the moss growing now we've had a bit of rain. That is brilliant. Really just feel like the kind of place that nobody ever goes. Nobody's daft enough. I am. Yeah, it's great. Can't beat a bit of adventure. Oh, someone must have been here at some stage because there's some timber that's been logged up there. Right. I've just got to get down these slippery logs. Very spiky bushes. Ah, looks like someone's boundary wall. Nice. What a lovely little stream. Oh no! My boot full of water. Lovely. What a lovely little stream. The camera doesn't really pick up the scale of the view and the surroundings. A bit of rain and it's brought lots of things back to life. Hello from a nice, cool, rainy Algarve. Got Gabrielle here in the background. We're actually creating another entrance onto the farm, which is the top side of the top orchard there. So we're creating a road down the land that's going to go past that tree down there. It's going to join the other main road that goes down the land, and that's going to be its own entrance to where the circular decking area is, because I've decided to put a yurt on there, and that's going to be rented out to anybody that wants to come and stay here. That's kind of down the line from now. Unfortunately, I've not sold the other farm, so funds are running out with me applying for my residency. I've got to have a certain amount of money in the bank to do that, and unfortunately I've not got a great deal left to carry on the project at the moment. I should be able to get the top house completed. I'm hoping to move into that in December, well, hopefully for Christmas. So yeah, until the other farm sells, a lot of other projects are going to be put on hold. It's mainly because the lake project ended up costing about 80,000 when it was gonna, well, I was hoping it was gonna cost about 20,000, so that 60,000 would have finished a lot more things off. But that's life, isn't it? I don't regret doing the lake at all, because it's absolutely fantastic and I swim in it pretty much every day. As you can see, the orchard is starting to green up. I seeded it about a week ago, and we've had loads of rain since then, so everything's starting to turn green again. Everything's still moving forwards. The lads are working very hard. I've not filmed many videos over the past couple of weeks, and there's not been a great deal happening, but there are a few things that have changed, so I'll just update you on those. As you can see, we've been putting some drainage in down the side of the drive. The trees have taken really well. It's all starting to green up. We're going to install an extra 8 solar panels. We've got 32 at the moment, but we're going to install another 8, which are on an angle, so they catch the low winter sun, just to top the batteries up a bit faster during the day. This is where the new panels are going to be going, on a slight angle, like so. We've created a new terrace here, so running from where this tank starts around about here, that's going to be a potato bed running up to where the new panels go, and then just slightly up on this bank, that's going to be for sweet potatoes. I've got a load of really good quality compost delivered here, which we're going to mix with some sand, and that's going to be spread on these 2 terraces and rotivated in with some manure, and then it'll be ready for planting potatoes. Here we have 20 tons of quality compost, which I think it was around about £22 a tonne plus tax, which is 23%, but it's really good quality, so it should be fantastic. It's taken a few weeks to dig out all this stone where the outdoor kitchen's gonna go, but we're finally getting there now. There's been a huge amount of stone come out of there, but luckily we've used the majority of it to create the foundation for the new road at the far side of the orchard up there. And we've got a nice natural looking face here. So yeah, it's looking good. But that project on its own up to now, just clearing that's cost about at least €6,000. That was another unexpected expense, really. And we've started building up the extension. All the cobbles have been taken up down the path to the little cottage, and we've put this foundation down. We're going to have a wider section of cobbles. I were going to put a wooden deck in here, but I think that cobbles are going to look better, so that's what we're going to put down. The extension's coming on well. Not far off, ready for the windows to go in. So here's the new road in its making. As you can tell, we've had to move the boundary of the orchard that used to run up here, because we're right on the boundary of my land, so Gabrielle's working away, and then once we've done that, we're going to put an electric fence down that side, because that's where most of the deer come in, and obviously with all the fruit trees and everything, we don't want lots of hungry deer roaming around on the land. You can see my boundary stone over there, so we're running in, the road is just going to run down like that underneath that cork oak tree. Yeah, it's good. The lads completed the area for the new solar panels yesterday, so we'll get an extra 8 panels on there, taking us up to 40 panels in total, which should hopefully be enough. The grass seed has finally started germinating on this bank side, which is good because when the roots take hold, it'll make it a lot more secure on there and stop the debris falling down every time it rains into the drainage channel, which is there. This is a common problem after rain. You get boulders like this lying around on the road. I always stop to clear them up. Doesn't seem like anybody else bothers. Look at the size of that. I mean, that's massive. You'd get a puncture as soon as you hit that. Once it goes dark, if someone went around that corner, they'd definitely end up with a puncture. You can see here, I've just been clearing some rubble from the road, but this has all slipped down from here. So it's only a matter of time and get a certain amount of rain and that will eventually fall down onto the road. It's very unstable. This has happened since I drove down this road earlier on. That's almost halfway across that lane. You can see where it's all slipped down. Yeah, that's pretty bad, that is. You can see when it happened last year, when they have lots of heavy rain towards the end of the year, this is what fell down. They've obviously scooped it all up and just put it the other side of this rail. And today, quite a lot more has fallen from there onto the road again. And it's all over the road here as well. So this is about the 9th place I've stopped now to clear the road. Nobody else seems to stop. They just seem to just drive around it, leave it for the next person. But there you go. No comment. That's another section cleared. Picked up some broken glass, but I'm pretty sure that next time we have a heavy downpour, it'll happen again. You can see where it's starting to come down, just up there. So hopefully it doesn't happen in the next 5 seconds. It's Sunday morning and it's beautiful down here. It's nice and sunny. This is after the storm. We've had days and days of continuous heavy rain. The lake looks like a giant cup of tea. It's all murky and brown, which is sad to see. We have done a lot of work on drainage, but unfortunately there's more to do. So a lot of water has run down and it's picked up sediment and it's entered the lake. I've got brown water coming out of my taps in the house at the moment. We haven't got the filtration system sorted out, but that tells me that there's a problem in the water mine and the sediment in there. I'm guessing that the far end has probably collapsed more and water's found its way in. So I'm going to go wading through the water this morning to see what's going off in there. We had whacker plated a load of hardcore down, ready to put the block work down for the paths and for the driveway. But even though it was whackered down, the rain has washed a lot of it down, the drainage, which needs to be cleared again. So this coming week, we've got a lot of work to do on the land to repair the damage that's been done. And we're going to start completing projects and working our way back up to the house. I'm comfortable living in the cottage at the moment, so we're going to put the main house on hold and just finish all the drainage work and all the other bits and bobs that we've started. It was like a lake here over the weekend. So the water's been running off the driveway and then it's taken all this hardcore with it, which has gone down here, and then most of it's gone down the drainage channel, which we wanted, but some of it, because there was so much, has gone off down here and it's eaten away at the driveway there. And that's about 8 inches deep. And unfortunately, a lot of it's run down here into the drainage gutter here. There's a massive pile of it there, and it's almost filled the pipe. So I'm gonna have to get down there and start digging that out, because we don't want it to clog up the pipe, because it'll be really difficult to clear it. You can see this channel's clear because any debris has been cleared by the flow of water, and it's ended up in here. Willow's out inspecting everything. I think there's another frog in there as well. So I've got no idea what I'm going to find when I open this door. Yes, very murky water. Not quite sure why it's murky. I'm guessing it's collapsed at the end. So I'm going to get in here in my flip-flops and have a walk down there. There's one thing walking in deep water when you can see in the water, but when you can't see in there, you've really got no idea what's in there. I hope there's no snakes or anything. So I'm going to walk down to the end of here to see what's going on. There's plenty of water. Ooh, it gets deeper there. Oh my God. The water's really deep, it's right up to my groin. To be honest, it doesn't look like it's collapsed anymore. There's this big rock that's wedged here, but I think water has been coming down because it looks a lot cleaner than it did. So I think that's where the sediment's been collected and brought down into the mine. You can see some big boulders and the wedged up there, so it does look pretty safe. But I was speaking to Orlando the other day, and we both think that when we dig this out, the mine is actually going to continue further, and we think that that's going to be blocking the flow of water, so we should get more water once that's dug out. But obviously it's got to be done very carefully. I've never seen one of these bushes until I came to Portugal. It's a madronia bush. We don't get them in England. Well, I've never seen them in England. These are the fruits from the tree. They're circular with like a bumpy edge and a really soft squishy centre, and they're really sweet. Delicious. Yeah, we've dug a couple of divots to divert the water away from the lake, but you know, it's practically impossible to stop it all going in. It's been running down here and down here. You can see where it's eating away at the land, and then it's gone straight off over into the lake, and now the lake looks pretty murky. I think it'll take 2 or 3 weeks for the sediment to settle in there. At least we've got plenty of water. Start of another week down here. Strange time to end a video, but this is the end of this video. But before it ends, I've got a really horrible job to do, which is going to involve me getting very wet. So I thought I'd end it on a positive note for you lot. This drain is blocked, so I'm going to have to get down there with the very powerful fireman's hose gun and try and blast all the debris out. So I'm going to get set up for that. I'm going to get me goggles on as well, because I'm going to get very wet and dirty doing it. And hopefully it'll work. Yeah, as you can see, it's completely blocked, and I'm going to force water down there. So there's one of two things that's going to happen. It's either going to start clearing it, or this is going to fill up with water, and this is where I'm going to be sat. So make sure we get that on video. I think the debris that's in here has been here for a very long time, so I think it's going to be quite a battle to get it out. I'm as prepared as I can be for the next chapter of this challenge.
Just filling up here.
Yeah, nothing going down at all. Just have a look down that drain, mate. We've tried blasting it from the top and it's completely blocked, so I've come down to this bigger drain to try and blast it from the bottom. Let me rephrase that with this. Really badly. Me and Emilio have devised this marvellous contraption. So we're going to put the pointed end down the drain first. The rope's going through the drain. We're going to tie the other end of the rope to the quad bike and drive off and hope for the best. So that's in position. Good thing, thanks to clever editing, everybody still thinks this is the first attempt. We've just had a huge delivery of trees, cork oak trees, fir trees, lots of berries, raspberries, blackberries, figs, bananas, all kinds of things. We had that much fun cleaning out the drain that we decided to have a break and plant some fruit trees. So we planted loads of raspberries, some yellow raspberries, some blackberries, 4 fig trees, 3 banana trees, some kiwis, loads of other things, some that I've never even heard of, but we got them anyway. It's a glorious day down here after all the rain's gone, so everyone's feeling a bit more upbeat today and we've been very productive. It's lunchtime now, so we're going to have a break and then plant some more trees, which I'll get some footage of later on. That's the end of this video. Well, thanks for watching. Sorry it's been quite a while between the videos at the moment. There's not been a lot of visible work done, to be honest. It's just been stuff like drainage and preparing inside the house for putting the bathrooms in, and a lot of uninteresting stuff really, and I like to try and put decent content on when I make a video. We have planted a load of trees yesterday. You can see that the orchard's greening up nicely. There's a couple of banana trees we planted yesterday, as well as loads of raspberry canes. I'll do a full walk round when the trees are a bit more established and tell you what trees we've got growing. Planted a couple of pine trees up here yesterday on the bank side. I need to plant a load of trees up here to try and make it as private as possible, because there is a road just there. We've got so much more work to do, but in the next few weeks there'll be some good content, because a lot of projects that we started will be coming to completion. Orlando's in the water mine today. I've got a little project going off down there which I'll get some footage of. So yeah, thanks for watching again, and you all take care.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you. Though I know that evening's empire has returned into sand, vanished from my hand, left me blindly here to stand, but still not sleeping. My weariness amazes me, I am branded on my feet. I have no one to meet, and the ancient empty streets too dead for dreaming. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy, and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you. Take me on a trip upon your magic swirling ship. My senses have been stripped, my hands can't feel to grip, my toes too numb to